Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Koala English Podcast. I'm Anthony, and today's topic is very close to the hearts of many overseas students. If you're studying abroad, thinking about studying abroad, or even remembering your own university days, this episode is for you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Samantha. Honestly, just thinking about this topic makes me smile and sigh at the same time. Today, we're talking about the real challenges students face at college or university, especially when studying in a second language.
Oh yes, the day-to-day reality, not the big dream of graduation photos or job offers, but the small moments that suddenly feel huge, like sitting in your very first lecture or walking into a classroom full of strangers.
Exactly. When you first arrive, everything feels exciting. New country, new campus, new freedom. But very quickly, reality kicks in.
Reality kicks in means you suddenly realize that university life isn't just fun. It comes with classes, assignments, deadlines, and responsibilities.
And that's when many students feel like they're finding their feet.
Finding your feet means slowly becoming confident and comfortable in a new situation. It doesn't happen overnight, and that's completely normal.
But at the beginning, you may feel all over the place.
Being all over the place means feeling confused, disorganized, and unsure what to focus on. I remember my first lecture. I was sitting there thinking, am I in the right room?
Same. And on top of that, you're often trying to juggle many things at once. Attending lectures, taking notes, reading academic articles, and understanding everything in English.
When you juggle things, it means trying to handle many responsibilities at the same time. A useful phrase students often say is, I'm juggling study, part-time work, and family responsibilities.
Sometimes it can feel overwhelming, and you might feel under pressure.
Feeling under pressure means feeling stressed because of time, exams, grades, or expectations. Common phrases you'll hear are, I'm under a lot of pressure right now. This semester is really intense.
And language can make this even harder.
Even if your English is good, lectures can be fast, professors use unfamiliar words, and suddenly you feel out of your depth. Feeling out of your depth means the situation feels harder than you expected, and you don't feel confident yet. Here's something important to remember. Asking for help is normal and expected.
A very useful phrase is, sorry, could you explain that again more slowly?
Yes. Other helpful phrases include, could you clarify that point, please? I'm not sure I understand. Could you give an example? Would you mind repeating that? Asking questions shows confidence, not weakness.
Now let's talk about social life.
Making friends on a new campus can feel awkward.
Very awkward. Sometimes it feels like everyone already has their own groups, and you're standing there thinking, where do I fit in?
That's when you need to break the ice. Breaking the ice means starting a conversation to make everyone feel more relaxed.
Simple icebreakers include, what are you studying? Is this your first year here? Have you finished this assignment yet?
Here's an important cultural tip. In many English-speaking countries, small talk is very important.
Small talk means light, friendly conversation about easy topics like classes, food, weather, or weekend plans. It's often how friendships begin.
For example, saying, "This weather is crazy today, isn't it? That lecture was long." These comments help create connection.
Another big challenge is group projects.
That's true, but speaking up is key. Speaking up means sharing your ideas instead of staying silent.
Useful phrases for group work include, can I add something here? I agree with that point. Maybe we could look at it another way?
Over time, something interesting happens. You start learning the ropes of university life.
Learning the ropes means understanding how things work through experience, how to email professors, manage deadlines, and study more effectively.
And one day you suddenly realize you've come a long way.
Coming a long way means making real progress compared to the beginning.
Of course, there are still hard days, exams, presentations, group disagreements.
On those days, stepping outside your comfort zone helps you grow.
Your comfort zone is the place where you feel safe and relaxed.
Leaving it might feel scary, like raising your hand in class, but it builds confidence and resilience.
And let's talk about something every student struggles with sooner or later: time management. At university, no one tells you exactly what to do every hour of the day.
Yeah, suddenly you have freedom. And honestly, freedom can be dangerous if you're not organized.
Very true. Time management means planning how you use your time so you can study, rest, and still have a life.
A phrase you'll hear a lot is, I'm falling behind. That means you're late with work or not keeping up with classes.
And the opposite is, I'm on top of things. That means you're organized and everything is under control.
Which, let's be honest, doesn't happen every week.
Another useful phrase is to stay on track. It means continuing to follow your plan and not getting distracted.
And when things go wrong, students often say, I'm struggling with this subject. That simply means it feels difficult, not that you're failing.
Great point. You can also say, this unit is quite demanding. The workload is heavy this semester. These sound very natural in Australia, the US, and the UK. Here's a big cultural tip about communicating with teachers. In English-speaking countries, it's okay and encouraged to ask questions.
But do it politely. Marching in and saying, I don't get this, isn't the best idea.
Instead, try phrases like, I was hoping you could help me understand, or could I ask a quick question about the assignment? I'm a bit confused about this part.
In Australia, students often sound relaxed. Just wondering if you could clarify something for me. In the UK, it's usually more formal. I'd appreciate it if you could explain. In the US, confidence is common. I have a question about.
Many overseas students also have part-time jobs. Balancing work and study is a huge challenge.
Yep. You'll hear people say, I'm working long shifts. I'm exhausted. I barely have time to breathe. All very real.
A useful phrase here is work-life balance. That means trying to balance study, work, rest, and social life.
And when it's not working, people say, I'm burning out. Burning out means feeling physically and mentally exhausted.
Let's talk about something a little more emotional. Many students experience homesickness.
Oh, yes. Homesickness means missing your family, food, language, and familiar routines.
Common phrases include, I miss home, I'm feeling a bit lonely, I'm not used to this yet.
And here's something important. Feeling this way doesn't mean you made a bad decision. It means you're human.
Exactly. That's why having a support system is so important.
A support system means people or services that help you cope. Friends, classmates, counselors, or student services.
In Australia, the US, and the UK, universities usually offer academic support, mental health services, and international student advisors.
And yes, using them is normal, not a failure, not weakness.
Over time, you become more independent, more confident, and more resilient. You start thinking, wow, I handled that.
Even if you complained the whole way, growth doesn't always feel positive in the moment.
That's such a good point. University life isn't about being perfect. It's about progress.
Progress means small steps forward, even after setbacks.
University life is challenging, but it's also a unique opportunity to learn, meet people from around the world, and grow personally and academically.
And when it feels overwhelming, remember, you are not alone. Many students feel exactly the same way.
That brings us to the end of today's episode of the Koala English Podcast.
Thanks for spending this time with us. If you laughed, sighed, or nodded along, you're definitely not alone.
Keep going, keep learning, and be kind to yourself.
We'll talk to you again very soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.